My wife thinks I still don't understand Spanish after 5 years of marriage. My wife Isabella has been having an affair for 8 months, planning to divorce me and take everything, all while thinking I don't understand a word of Spanish. She's wrong. I've been fluent since before we met, but I've kept it secret for 5 years to see who she really was. Now I know. It started innocently. On our first date, she took a call from her mother in Spanish, apologizing to me that I wouldn't understand. She called me cute, but probably temporary, and laughed about American men being easy to manipulate. I just smiled and nodded, deciding to see where this went. After we married, the comments got worse. She'd tell her sister on the phone that I was boring but stable, that she kept me around for my good job and better credit. Her mother would visit, and they'd discuss my flaws in detail while I served them food I'd cooked, smiling like an oblivious fool. The affair started last year with her personal trainer, Carlos. She'd come home from the gym and call her friend Maria, describing in explicit detail what they'd done in his car. My idiot husband thinks I'm getting in shape for him, she'd laugh. I'd be sitting right there, pretending to watch TV, but I wasn't passive. I opened a separate bank account and moved 70% of my money slowly, $500 at a time. When Isabella would ask about the balance, I'd claim bad investments, looking ashamed. She'd pat my hand condescendingly and switch to Spanish with her sister. He's losing money now. Time to speed up the plan. The plan was detailed. She was going to claim abuse, take the house, my remaining savings, and alimony. Carlos would move in once the divorce was finalized. They'd already picked out furniture, discussing it over dinner while I sat there eating, supposedly understanding nothing as they planned to redecorate my home. Last month, she started documenting fake injuries. She'd hit herself with a kitchen cabinet and photographed the bruise, telling her mother in Spanish it was evidence for court. She staged arguments where she'd scream in English while I remained calm, then switched to Spanish saying, "This recording will prove he's aggressive." What she didn't know was that I'd been documenting too. Every conversation, every admission of her affair, every discussion of her fake abuse claims, all legally recorded in my one-party consent state. I also hired a private investigator who photographed her with Carlos, including them apartment hunting together. The beautiful moment came at her cousin's wedding last weekend. Isabella was drunk, talking to her entire family about her plan. Next month I file papers. That stupid American won't know what hit him. Carlos and I will be rich. Everyone laughed. Her uncle asked about my money. I've been hiding purchases as medical expenses. He believes I have chronic pain. I stood up, clinked my glass, and in perfect Spanish said, "I'd like to make a toast to my beautiful wife and her inspiring creativity with financial fraud and adultery." Carlos, you're at table 6, right? Stand up so everyone can see the man Isabella's been sleeping with. The room exploded. Isabella went white, then red, then started screaming in Spanish that I was lying, then remembered I'd just revealed I understood everything. Her family started realizing every cruel thing they'd said about me over 5 years had been understood. I continued in Spanish. "Don't worry about the divorce, Isabella. I filed yesterday. You're served. Also, Carlos, she's been stealing from you too. Check your credit cards." I wasn't lying. Isabella had Carlos's card number saved and had been making small purchases. Isabella tried to grab my phone, screaming about illegal recording. I reminded her in Spanish that she'd signed a consent form for home security recordings years ago, thinking it was for outdoor cameras only. It covered indoor audio too. Her mother stood up, dignified as always, and started berating me for deceiving them. I pulled out my phone and played a recording of her calling me a walking ATM machine who deserves to be robbed blind just that morning. The revelation destroyed Isabella's family. Half were disgusted by her behavior. Half were mortified about their own comments over the years. Her grandmother, who'd always been kind, walked over and slapped Isabella, then hugged me, whispering, "I suspected you understood. Good for you." The divorce was swift. The evidence of her fraud, affair, and false abuse allegations made her attorney drop her. She got nothing. The house, savings, everything stayed with me. Carlos dumped her when he discovered she'd stolen $3,000 from him. Isabella now tells people I tricked her by hiding my Spanish fluency. I respond by sending them recordings of her planning to destroy my life while I served her breakfast. She moved back with her parents, who can barely look at her now that they know I heard every cruel thing they said. I'm remarrying next year to Sofia, who I met in a Spanish literature class I finally felt free to take. Isabella found out and texted me in Spanish calling me a bastard. I responded in English, "I'm sorry, I don't understand. Could you translate that?" She blocked me, but not before sending one last message. "How long did you really know?" "Since our first date," I replied. "You told your mom I was cute but temporary. Turns out you were right, just backwards."